I'm gonna give you the exact Seedance prompts that I use to make viral product videos just like these. And the good news is that all of this is contained inside of a project right in Kittl. You can actually build your own prompts or just simply copy them from the project into another one and start building your own prompts, editing them, and then generating videos. Now we're gonna go through one together and show you different examples of the prompt building blocks and the core structure for how to use this model, which enables you to get some incredible videos. But if you want the fast track to this, we actually have a ton of UGC video templates, UGC meaning user generated content, or at least the style of user generated content that already has the workflow built in and the prompts built in. But sometimes you need to get a little creative. You need to come up with a different scene yourself. And that's what we're gonna go through today so that you know the best prompting tips to use when crafting a video for your product or service or whatever it is you're doing. So let's dive into one of these. I have one called Summer Reel Setup. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. And it does have some music, but I have it paused for now. And this is just kind of the thumbnail. This is a really cool thing about Kittl, by the way, is when you generate a video, you can actually put text over top of it that you can then edit or change later. But what I want to talk about mainly in this specific prompt pack, which I'm gonna link down in the description for you, there's also a promo code for you to use to get some percentage off of Kittl, as well as some extra AI tokens. But this is the area that we're gonna go through today, which is the building blocks and the core structures, as well as checking out a couple of examples of which you can copy or start building your own. So if we talk about the building blocks right here, we see that what Seedance is going to want is a subject, an action, a camera movement or a camera angle or some sort of camera direction, the style that you want that action in, and then if you are going to be generating something with audio, then you can put the audio in. So we have some examples here. The subject might be about an outfit, it might be for a flat lay, it might be paper, it might be an actual cap or jeans or whatever it is, the subject and then the product, or a lot of times often the subject is just the product itself, and you're going to prompt in a person or an animal or an action of something happening. And then we have the action that we want to be taken with that thing. So are they walking? Are they running? Are they jumping? What are they doing? Are they posing? Are we trying to create a viral effect like freezing time? Are we trying to break something apart, open something up? What is the camera angle? Here we have, and by the way, these are all text boxes. So you can click into any one of these, highlight over it, and then use Command C or Control C or whatever and copy them and start putting these out. Now we have a flow for this. It's so much easier to use, but this is just the general knowledge for how you might go in and tweak a prompt. So do we want the camera locked? This is one I see often that does the best result, which is just locking the camera in its position. Do we want it to pan, right? Do we want the camera to slightly move left or right, up or down? Do we want a close-up shot? Do we want an overhead shot, which would be great for something like a flat lay? So you can see how we would start connecting different subject, action, and camera together. And then we get into the last two sections, style and audio. So the style then would be just the aesthetic, the overall vibe that you want. So if it's going to be a flat lay style, is it a flat lay in a studio? Do we want it to be that grungy kind of nostalgic flashlighting vibe? Do we want it to be harsh sunlight or minimal sunlight? Do we want it to be in minimal architecture with lots of kind of like shadows and archways and things like that? Are we doing like subway flash photography? So like down, no extra lighting, just the kind of, you know, overhead lights at a subway? Are we taking a cinematic portrait? And then the audio, which you can also prompt audio into certain actions, such as if you wanted the character that you've built, the model, the AI model, to actually say something. But we can also prompt audio at the end for surrounding effects or music. So do we want footsteps happening with the model moving? Do we want a paper tear? Do we want shutter sounds? Do we want music? Even you can prompt in the kind of music. Maybe you want like subtle dance, 4 on the floor, music in the background. Again, we'll look at some examples of this, but these are the kind of things that you're going to want to put together as far as the blocks, right? So you can think about these as categories that you can draw from at any time. Then if we look at the structure, this is probably what most people struggle with. It's probably not necessarily that you don't have the idea for the product, you already have the product, but it's more so like, how do I structure it in a way that the AI is going to take that and actually give me something that I want? So you see right here, we have subject, action, camera movement, style, and audio. So those are categories from the previous slide. And now we're going to define what the main subject is in the video, and we're going to give you some key details about it. In the action section, we're going to describe what is happening, what is that subject doing. The camera movement, is it going to be fast? Is it going to be slow? What is the camera doing in relation to the subject or the object? Is it following it? Is it staying locked? Like I said before, the style. So we're talking about the aesthetic, the mood that you want from seeing this, and then the audio. Do we need to add scene sound effects? Do we need to add music? Do we need to add like ethereal sounds to it, right? So if we look at this, we have a young woman, there's our subject, and then some key details: long hair, tight braids, black sleeve, cotton tee, bold black and white punk cat graphic, right? And this could go on. These are just examples. It doesn't give you the entire thing here. Maybe you want to give some more key details. Then the action, the frame begins centered on the punk cat graphic, pans slowly left, reveals the full t-shirt design and the sticker covered sleeve. Again, that could go on. Camera movement, start at chest level locked shot, then a slow horizontal pan left across the t-shirt and arm, quick tilt up to her face. So you would need to envision this in your head as you're going to write it. So you could take this again as the template, like I said, and then act out in your mind what you want the shot to be, and then you can kind of type that in. Then the style, we want grungy late night flash on aesthetic, hard direct flash on the foreground with deep shadows, slight oversaturated stickers, punchy electro clash track with distorted synth bass. So that's our audio, that's our music. And then we even have right here, 4 on the floor kick. Even the BPM, it can take that, 130 BPM, chaotic energy. And then again, this could go on and on, but here you see subject, action, movement, style, and then your audio or your other important details can go at the end. Now to see this in action, which I've been playing it here next to it already, but I'm going to skip this slide for just a second and go down to this example. So this is the example that we just went through of the woman with tight braids, sleeveless. There's the punk cat, the action, the camera, the style. And I'm going to play this, and I'm going to play it so that you can hear the audio with it. All right, so there you go. So you can see, let me go ahead and just turn the audio off, put this back, and I'll let it play for a second. So we have the subject that's there and defined. We have the overall vibe, black wide leg jeans, chunky silver bucket belt. You can see the silver bracelet on her wrist. You can see the frame beginning on the punk graphic of the cat there, and then it's in the same style as the flash photography that we were just talking about. It starts there on the chest, moves over, quickly tilts up to her face, then snaps back down, grungy late night style, and then we have that punchy electro clash distorted synth bass. Chaotic, playful energy, definitely got that. Layered folly, each tilt up matches a high cartoon boing, which is crazy that it actually got that. I mean, it's pretty incredible what you can do with Seedance, especially with these tips. Now, like I said, you can go and use this template right now. This is a prompt pack. You can come in here, you can Command A, I like to Command or Control A, copy the whole thing, and then paste it over into my prompt box. Like if I was going to generate something from scratch, I would generate my video, I could paste it in right here, and then boom, now I can come and I can edit it. And that way you can even see it has the subject, action, camera. It's already baked in. You can just do this exactly as you would want to. You could do it as 9:16 or 16:9, the amount of length, and then whether or not you want audio. It's no extra cost to use audio, which is really, really great. But one thing before I go into some of these other examples here is that you're gonna see this right here says start frame, right? And so if I click on the prompt box right here, you can see that I have selected this, which is going to be my first frame. And that's all you really need to do. So if you had populated this over here onto your Kittl project, or maybe you generated an image, or maybe you connected a product mock-up to an AI image board, again, this is all in the UGC templates. You're gonna wanna check out that link there. It's all there explained. But all I have to do is have this selected, and then I would just be on generate video. You can see here the first frame, paste in my prompt, give it the exact direction, the amount of length, and then all I'd have to do is hit generate, and that's what gave us this one. Okay, it would just populate right next to it. If I did this, boom, and then it generated, and then all we did was just kind of make it a little bit bigger over here on the side. But that's what it means when you see that start frame. You're always going to want to have something to start with to feed the AI in order to make. Now, you could try it with no start frame. I think you're going to get better results as if you gave it a start frame. Rest alone, give it both a start and an end frame, meaning you would just select both a starting point and an ending point, and you would get an even better generation, but at least give it something to start with. I would always recommend doing that. Let's go back to this first example and break this down. So we see here a complete outfit laid flat in the shape of a human figure, craft paper, t-shirt, short sleeve, figure has no face. Then we have the action. Film opens up on a perfectly locked down overhead shot. You can see this one is actually quite big. This is a lot of context here. And you can use AI to help you with this. For example, if I was crafting this, we have this enhance prompt feature down here in the bottom right here, which if you're trying to figure out how to make the action a little bit better, you can always use that enhance prompt, which is going to use AI and come in and craft it and make it a little bit nicer. So here we have the figure rises into a walking position, the cap tilting upwards slightly. So we're kind of making a stop motion effect here. Then the figure leaps the entire outfit briefly. The outfit slams softly back down on the craft paper. T-shirt flops into a relaxed lying position. Figure exhales into stillness. Then we have the camera, single locked overhead top down shot. All movement happens within the frame performed by the outfit pieces. Again, kind of thinking stop motion style, authentic stop motion flat lay animation, 12 frames per second, vivid color, aesthetic is playful. And then in the audio, we have a bright, bouncy stop motion style, instrumental underneath, pizzicato strings. Let's just check it out and see what we're dealing with. That is super cool, right? I'm just gonna play this a couple more times, but this is such a cool way to show off your product, whether you're starting something from scratch, like in your garage. Maybe you are screen printing that yourself, or you're doing DTF and you want a really cool, interesting way to show off your products in a very trendy and social media-esque way. Or if you're doing print on demand and you're trying to increase your print on demand sales on Etsy, or you're building your own Shopify, this is such a cool way to capture attention. All right, let's check out another example here where we've got a young man here with dark hair lounging lazily on this velvet armchair. Again, check it out here. Here's our start frame. All right, so if we always see the first frame in the generate video section, this is where you would paste in your prompt and then give it the different directions. By the way, you're not ever locked to Seedance. You could always come in here and try something else, like Clean Video 3 4K or whatever else you want to try. Make it a different aspect ratio, make it longer or shorter. So we have the film opens completely silent. He shifts through 5 further lazy positions. Suddenly legs cross. Each post jump is a single frame. The camera is a locked tripod throughout. No camera movement, very important there, no camera movement. The puppy graphic stays perfectly centered in the frame at all times. The style we want bright, midday, blue cloudless sky. The entire background environment plays in normal continuous live action motion. And then with the audio, we have bouncy indie pop track with plucked acoustic guitar, 5 total clicks at the perfect even intervals after the opening, like a steady metronome. All right, let's check this out. How cool. What a cool way to show off your product. I'm gonna let that just play a couple times. And yeah, I think what's really nice about this one is that the action itself is the focal point. You don't have to follow the camera. The camera is locked the whole time. So you don't have to feel like you have to be a master at camera angles. Now we do have a Notion guide for you. You can check that out, link down in the description. The guide goes through all kinds of tips and tricks. It even has a database of camera movement. So if you can't quite remember or figure out what a camera movement is, if you didn't even know what locked tripod is, all of that is explained in the guide, where you can quickly copy it, come back over to Kittl, paste it in, or you could use our prompt builder, which is right down here in the bottom, where if we wanted to open up the prompt builder, we're gonna see things like effects, we're gonna see things like lighting. So if you don't have lighting in your mind, you'll be able to add it, and you can see right here, it adds a little tag to there. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can click surprise me and see what you come up with. But don't think that you have to be like a cinematographer to get some good AI generations, because this is just locked throughout the whole time. It just says don't move the camera at all. There's also some bonus prompts down here, along with some really, really cool effects like these right here. Now let's check out one more, but I'm actually going to leave you to check out the last couple because there are some bonus prompts down here with some examples of the start frame and some really, really cool effects that have happened. You can easily do this and check out these prompts. Like this one's not even very long at all. But let's check out one more where we have the actual thumbnail that had this video playing in the background with the text over top of it. So we have our young woman that is our subject. We have black sunglasses, sun-dappled green city park, wooden picnic bench, action. She's going to be seated on the picnic table to begin with, then hops down with a playful skip, cuts into a monochrome slow motion of her hand grazing a tree. Camera is going to be a loosely handheld B-roll feel. B-roll is generally things that happen kind of like while something else is happening. It's overlaying while you're going to be explaining something. You've probably seen a lot of B-roll in commercials and things like that. A brief swing around as she spins to catch the rotation, ending in a sustained tracking pull back as she walks away. So the camera's going to pull back as she walks away. The style is going to be warm summer park gray, golden dappled sunlight, high contrast black and white with deep blacks and silver midtones, classic campaign BTS film, so behind the scenes, and then we even have the lens defined here, fine 35mm grain, audio, soft jazz bossa, quick fabric whoosh as she spins, a small playful laugh, distant city park murmur. Let's check it out. Super cool. Again, a really, really nice way to show off your product. It could have been any one of these products, actually. It could have been the bandana, the glasses, or the t-shirt. I'm actually not sure which one, but you could always tweak the prompt to say emphasis should be on the bandana or emphasis should be on the cloud on the shirt. Depends on what kind of product you're trying to do, or if you're just trying to generate content to show off a variety of products. Maybe you sell all three and you want one that kind of combines all of them together. But again, it's always important to have a start frame down here so that you can pick your model, your time, and generate. These were specifically for Seedance because they are going to give you, I think, probably the best results out of the AIs in terms of UGC style content and trending effects, like the stop motion one here, or we have some time freeze ones that are coming out. There's so much you can do with it, and there are a ton of templates. So just check those out down in the description. They're super, super cool. They're going to save you a ton of time. All you have to do is drag your photo into it, click regenerate, and then you're going to have some amazing videos. All right, so let me know what you think down in the comments, what you think about the prompting tips. Are you gonna go try to build your own? Or are you gonna copy over and use the templates? Have you used the templates already? We'd love to know what you think of them and what kinds of products you are making them for. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel here so you don't miss videos just like this one and other updates that we have to the channel. Now, again, I mentioned there's a promo code, a time-sensitive promo code down there for you to use to get a massive percentage off of your Kittl plan. So you're gonna wanna check that out down in the description. Make sure you jump on it before the offer ends and be looking for more templates like what I just showed you in Kittl. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.